Hello there everyone, welcome back to the AHL Bristol YouTube channel and welcome back to yet another video. And it is match review time, and Bristol City have won for the first time in 5 championship games with a win over Preston at Ashton Gate. Let's talk about it. So, in terms of team news, a lot of changes from Birmingham, 4 changes to be precise. At the top end of the pitch, Antoine Semenyo came in. That was not really a surprise. Naki Wells dropped out. Didn't really drop out. He was rested. And yeah, he needed a bit of a rest. Jano Masengo completely dropped out of the match they scored altogether. Joe Williams came in, had a very good game. Tim Closer came back from injury to replace Andy King in the centre of defence. And also Max O'Leary coming in for Dan Bentley. Now, I have a lot of thoughts about Max, and last season, quite rightly, he was an utter joke. It was horrendous to sometimes watch Max defence, and I don't think any City fan can potentially win an argument saying that he's a better player than Dan Bentley. He's a better goalkeeper. There's a couple of things with Bent. This is now the second time he's really been dropped from the team altogether in Nigel Pearson's time here. This is now getting a bit like getting a bit to a stage where you go, is there falling out behind the scenes? He is the club captain. Andy Varman took over the captaincy, but he is still the club captain for Bristol City, and it just feels like it's just all a bit. He's destined to leave. He's out of contract this summer, and it feels all a bit too foreshadowing, to use a very English language term there. All a bit foreshadowing. It's all heading in one direction with Bentz. It's all going like he's not going to renew his contract. He's probably going to leave as a free agent in the end of the summer. And quite frankly, I think someone will get a Championship club or a Premier League club will get a very, very good goalkeeper on the hand. So this is how Bristol City lined up. O'Leary in goal, Atkinson, Closer, Viner, De Silva, Williams, Scott, Vyman, Sykes, Semenyo and Conway. Yes, Vyman did play as a bit. Vyman played a bit really anywhere. He's like that. He's that sort of player. He doesn't really designate his one position. He played a bit everywhere. Preston, Freddie Woodman in goal, Andy Hughes, Liam Lindsay, Greg Cunningham, Robbie Brady, Alan McCann, Ben Whiteman, Alvaro Fernandez, Daniel Johnson, Emil Rees and Sean Maguire up top. So that's how both teams lined up. First half was fairly uneventful. Bristol City had only 48% of the possession. One shot on target. Preston had no shots on target. It was a really pretty tame effort on goal. Freddie Woodman gathered it comfortably. Bristol City started quite well. Opened 15-20 minutes on top of Preston. Just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Quite frankly, didn't have enough penetration going forward, and we had a few chances. Andy Varman had a blocked shot, which was from the edge of the area. A few set pieces, but overall it wasn't great. So the first half was pretty uneventful, but the second half started like a house on fire. Bristol City score 54, literally 9 minutes into the first half. It's a ball in from the right hand side from Mark Sykes. Zach Viner now claims in the post-match interview got a tiny touch on it. It's been over and over played, and he did get a slight touch on it. So I'm going to give it to Zach. It was an assist. Zach Viner gets a kind of a flick on. Atkinson's at the back post, heads it in. It's brilliant from Atkinson. He stays up the pitch even after Alex Scott's corner from the left-hand side. At this point, we're attacking the south stand. We're hemming them in. Ball comes in. It's all kind of a bit of a mess in the box. Goes to Sykes on the right-hand side. Puts it in. Viner kind of flicks on. Not very, very incredibly important touch. But does get a touch. And Rob Atkinson puts it in on the back post. Preston respond to that 1 minute later on 55 to make a double change. Ben Woodburn comes in for Daniel Johnson. Ryan Ledson comes in for Sean Maguire. But I do think Ryan Lowe planned that before the goal, so these substitutions were planned before the goal. Zach Viner's booked on 67 for a really ridiculous time-wasting incident. It's a throw into Preston. Ben Woodburn is going over to take it. He just kicks it away. It's not very good. It's not very clever from from Zach Viner. Alan Brown comes in for Alvaro Fernandez, who goes off injured. Ched Evans comes in for Ali McCann on 77 as well. Woodburn is booked for a foul on 78. Andy Vyman is booked for dissent on 81. And literally 1 minute later, Preston North End have a set piece. It's somewhat near the area. Robbie Brady goes over to take it. Score. The ball comes in from Brady on the left-hand side. Ball kind of bobbles around the box. Hughes is there, slams it in. It's all just a bit deja vu. It's all just a bit like how we learnt our lessons. And at that point, felt like Bristol City had really missed out on a very good opportunity to win the game. But obviously, Bristol City would go on to score a second goal and win the game. Naki Wells comes on for Tommy Conway as Bristol City's first substitution on 85. 5 minutes later, it's a ball in from Alex Scott, who I criticised for having a really poor set play routine throughout the whole game and pretty much throughout the season. Didn't miss this time. Ball comes in from the left-hand side if you're watching it from on TV. Rob Atkinson rises highest in front of the south stand, heads it in to the net to get his second goal. Bristol City take the lead. 90th minute. It's only the 90th minute though. It's not 90 plus. It's just score in 89 something. So it's a 90th minute. And actually Preston had 7 minutes after that to score because there was 7 minutes of added time at the end of the game. But thankfully, Nigel Pearson helped Bristol City see it out. Chris Martin was brought in for Mark Sykes. Possibly, we didn't really see Chris Martin occupying any big positions. Possibly just to be at the back and clear everything away because most of it was going into likes of Emile Reese and even Bambo Diaby, who came on for Ben Whiteman in the 96th minute. So Bristol City did just about enough to see the game out. So after the game, I'd say my overriding emotions are one of relief and one of importance. I'd say it was a very important victory for Bristol City there. It was a victory that we needed to maintain some sort of respectability in the league. We went 5 games without a win. It really looked like the season was going to take a return for the worse. But this game, we had to dig in at times and weren't at our best at all. I really didn't think Preston were very good at all. They were good defensively in the first half. The second half, 2 set plays really that outdid them. We utilised our strengths. Centre half scored 2 goals, which obviously is not going to be sustainable. But overall, I'd say we just about deserved the victory. They had a few very, very good chances. Max O'Leary saved a fantastic shot from Emile Reese, who's one-on-one. It actually wasn't a very good shot, but he's in one-on-one. Max, good save, strong, down to his right, low, and cleared away from the one-on-one. Overall, I'd say we deserved to win. Now we're up to 11th in the championship after being 18th. We have played a game more than all the other championship teams apart from Preston, though. So this current league position isn't quite a reflection of where we are at the moment. I don't think at this point, unless we're 20, I'd say once we're halfway through, that's when you start looking at the league table and go, I think that's how it's going to pan out. Because at this point, literally anything could happen in the next 10 games. We could go another 5 games unbeaten and stay where we are or push even higher. Any other team from the bottom could put on a run. Literally anything could happen. So I'd say halfway through the season's when you start looking at the league table and start judging in terms of how successful it's been so far. Apart from then, I just look at the performances and the overall patterns, and that's hopefully what Bristol City and Nigel Pearson are looking at as well. So thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this, thank you very much, and hit the like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Age of Store YouTube channel for more Bristol City content. Next game is Millwall at home, so match preview will be out on the Friday. So keep tuned for that. If you want to be notified, hit the subscribe button and then turn on the notifications bell for the next time I upload, and for further videos as well. Thank you guys very much for watching. Keep safe, and I'll catch you all later. Cheers.